Across the United States, from the windswept Dakotas to the bustling cities of the Northeast, a bone-rattling freeze has taken hold, transforming daily life in ways both dramatic and subtle. This isn't your average winter chill, this is an Arctic invasion, a massive push of polar air that sent temperatures plummeting and left millions bracing for the coldest days in recent memory. The winter of 2024-2025 is shaping up to be historic, marked by relentless cold waves that are challenging communities everywhere, from small rural towns to major metropolitan areas. Frost paints intricate patterns on windows, cars struggle to start in the early morning hours, and even the Deep South, unaccustomed to such extremes, is waking up to rare, frigid mornings and icy roads. This deep freeze is a shared national experience, connecting a Montana farmer tending livestock in the snow to a New York commuter navigating slippery sidewalks, reminding us that winter's reach knows no boundaries. It's a powerful reminder of our vulnerability to the elements and the importance of being prepared, stocking up on supplies, checking on neighbors, and making sure homes are ready to withstand the cold. The story began late last year with early hints of what was to come and has only intensified since then. A dramatic preview arrived during Thanksgiving, disrupting travel and gatherings, and now, in January, we're facing the most significant Arctic outbreak yet. Temperatures are falling 30, 40, even 50 degrees below normal in some places, shattering records and making everyday routines a challenge for millions. This isn't a fleeting cold snap. It's a persistent, continent-wide pattern that's blanketing vast regions in snow and ice, demanding our attention and resilience. In the coming moments, let's break down what's driving this Arctic blast, explore the science behind these extreme conditions, and see how communities across the country are coming together to cope with winter's icy grip. So, what exactly is an Arctic blast? It's a term you might hear on the news when winter weather turns extreme, but what does it really mean, and why does it matter? Imagine the Arctic as a giant freezer. Most of the year, the coldest air stays locked up there, sealed away by powerful winds and a blanket of ice. This region is one of the most remote and inhospitable places on Earth, where temperatures can plunge far below zero and sunlight barely touches the ground for months at a time. An Arctic blast happens when that freezer door swings open, sending a huge mass of frigid, dense air surging south. This isn't just a gentle breeze, it's a powerful, unstoppable force that can sweep across entire continents, changing the weather in a matter of hours. This isn't just a little cold, it's a deep pool of air that can cover hundreds of thousands of square miles, blanketing everything in its path with snow and ice. Cities, towns, and rural areas alike can find themselves plunged into a deep freeze almost overnight. The air originates over the perpetually dark, ice-covered North Pole, making it incredibly cold and heavy. With little sunlight and constant winds, this air mass becomes denser and colder than almost anywhere else on the planet. As it moves, it bulldozes warmer air aside, causing temperatures to drop dramatically in hours. The change can be so sudden that it catches people off guard, transforming a mild winter day into a dangerous icy ordeal. You'll feel it. Winds pick up, the air stings, and the cold settles into valleys and cities alike. Even the most prepared can be surprised by how quickly the chill seeps into homes, cars, and clothing. Meteorologists call this cold air advection. The wind physically transports the chill into your neighborhood. It's a process that can be tracked on weather maps, showing the relentless march of cold air as it invades new regions. For example, Rapid City, South Dakota, dropped from 54 degrees Celsius to 11 degrees Celsius in less than 2 days during the January 2025 event. That's a temperature swing of over 60 degrees, enough to turn rain into snow and freeze roads solid in a matter of hours. The real danger isn't just the thermometer, it's the wind chill, which can make it feel like 15 degrees or even 30 degrees, risking frostbite in minutes. Exposed skin can freeze quickly, and even short trips outside become hazardous. Understanding Arctic blasts helps us take weather warnings seriously and prepare. Stocking up on supplies, checking on neighbors, and staying informed can make all the difference when the cold arrives. So, what triggers these icy invasions, and how can we predict when the next Arctic blast will strike? Let's look at what sets these dramatic weather events in motion. What causes the Arctic freezer door to swing open, sending waves of bone-chilling air across continents and transforming entire regions overnight? The answer lies in a powerful force high above us, the polar vortex. The polar vortex is like a giant spinning top of frigid air, swirling in the stratosphere above the North Pole. It's encircled by fierce winds, forming an invisible barrier that usually keeps the cold locked in the Arctic's icy grip. But sometimes, this fence isn't as strong as it seems. Waves of energy from the lower atmosphere can disrupt the vortex, causing it to stretch, wobble, or even split apart, sending tendrils of cold air spiraling southward. When a lobe of the vortex droops down, it acts like a cold front on steroids, pushing Arctic air deep into North America and setting the stage for extreme winter weather. That's exactly what we're witnessing this winter, a displaced vortex draping itself over Canada and the US, unleashing relentless Arctic blasts and turning cities into frozen landscapes. While we're not inside the vortex itself, its shifting boundaries mean we feel its icy breath, as if winter itself is reaching out to remind us of its power. The strength and position of the polar vortex can make all the difference, sometimes bringing a gentle, mild winter, and other times a season of relentless cold and snow. When the vortex weakens, it's as if the Arctic's icy heart is unleashed, sending shockwaves of cold to millions far to the south, disrupting daily life and challenging even the hardiest among us. This winter, the polar vortex's dramatic shift is the unseen master puppeteer, pulling the strings behind our record-breaking cold and shaping the story of winter across the continent. Right after Thanksgiving, winter delivered a harsh warning. Millions traveling home faced a formidable Arctic blast, turning post-holiday travel into chaos. The Midwest and Northeast saw temperatures plunge into single digits, with wind chills well below 15 degrees south. Lake-effect snow buried places like Watertown, NY, under feet of snow, with whiteout conditions making travel impossible. Over 2,300 flights were delayed, hundreds canceled, and airports like Erie International shut down completely. The Thanksgiving storm was a perfect storm of bad timing and severe weather, a clear signal that this winter would demand extra caution. It was a wake-up call. Respect the power of an Arctic blast. January 2025 brought the most significant Arctic outbreak yet. A high-pressure ridge over Alaska forced a lobe of the polar vortex deep into North America, sending temperatures 30 to 50 degrees below normal. The cold swept from western Canada into the U.S., reaching as far south as Texas and northern Mexico. Rapid City, SD, saw a 65-degree drop in under 48 hours. An autumn afternoon turned polar overnight. Power grids strained, communities scrambled, and the cold set the stage for a major winter storm. Forecasts showed a massive band of snow and ice from Texas to the East Coast, threatening 10-20 inches of snow and crippling ice. The January Arctic blast was relentless, testing infrastructure and resilience nationwide. Even Florida hasn't escaped the Arctic blast this winter. A series of cold fronts in January 2025 sent freezing temperatures deep into the state, putting agriculture, especially citrus, on high alert. The main event threatened record lows, with freezing temps reaching as far south as Orlando and even inland South Florida. For Florida, the danger isn't snow, but crop-killing cold just a few hours below 28 degrees Fahrenheit can destroy citrus. Farmers ran irrigation systems all night to protect fruit, fighting a different kind of winter battle. In the north, the concern is frostbite and power outages. In Florida, it's economic devastation for farmers. The January freeze was a tense time for Florida's agricultural community. A reminder that even the Sunshine State isn't immune. The reach of the polar vortex is long and its consequences can be severe. An Arctic blast is the first domino in a chain of disruptions. Travel grinds to a halt, roads become treacherous, highways close, and thousands of flights are canceled. Supply chains are delayed, causing shortages and economic losses. The power grid strains as demand for heat soars, leading to outages that can quickly become life-threatening. Schools and businesses close, garbage collection is delayed, and emergency services struggle on icy roads. Each disruption adds stress, showing how a single Arctic blast can ripple through every part of society. Preparation is key to weathering the storm. Why is this winter so extreme? The answer: the jet stream and La Niña. The jet stream, a fast-moving river of air, has developed deep troughs, letting Arctic air pour south. A ridge in the west and a trough in the east have locked in the cold for much of the country. La Niña, with cooler Pacific waters, has strengthened this wavy jet stream, favoring cold and stormy conditions in the north. NOAA predicted a warmer Gulf Coast, but the polar vortex's power overrode the forecast. Climate patterns like La Niña set the stage. But the day-to-day behavior of the jet stream and polar vortex can create extreme events. This winter is a perfect example of how multiple forces combine for unpredictable, powerful weather. The result? A winner for the record books. With all this extreme cold, how do you stay safe? Limit your time outside. Frostbite and hypothermia can set in fast. If you must go out, dress in layers, moisture-wicking base, warm middle, windproof outer shell, plus hat, gloves, scarf, and waterproof boots. Prepare your home check at Bia. Chategjal Gurjas. Shitting seal drafts, and have an emergency kit with blankets, flashlights, food, and water. Never use stoves or grills for heat. Carbon monoxide is deadly. Use space heaters safely and keep them away from flammable items. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly and those with medical conditions. Bring pets inside. If it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them. Stay informed, be prepared, and look out for one another. Together we can weather this Arctic blast. Stay warm and stay safe.